Hi mamas, welcome to Life on the Bump. My name is Anna. I'm currently 22 weeks pregnant, and here on this channel I am sharing my pregnancy journey and everything around that. I recently found this video on my phone that I filmed when I was 7 weeks pregnant. I didn't have this channel yet. I didn't know if I'd be doing that. I just felt really lonely and isolated, and I felt like I needed to talk to someone, even if it's like camera in front of me. So yeah, there's that video, 7 weeks pregnant, before we had the first OB appointment, before we told anyone. Check it out, here it goes. Hi YouTube, my name is Anastasia and I am 7 weeks pregnant. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to be sharing this video with the whole YouTube community, but I just feel very lonely and isolated being in week 7 of my pregnancy, because I don't feel comfortable telling anyone until my first OB appointment. Obviously my husband knows, but that's it, and I just I can't wait to be able to tell people, to tell my girlfriends, and until I can, there's just so much going on in my head, mentally and physically, with my body, that I would love to be able to discuss with someone. So I'm sitting down in front of my camera and pretending that I am talking to a friend, because that's all I feel like I have. Yeah, first trimester is incredibly lonely and isolating, and I didn't realize that it was gonna go this way until it actually happened to me. I am not a superstitious person. I don't believe in like hiding things so that people are not projecting negative energy, or whatever it is. So I thought that the minute I get pregnant I would share it with people, until I actually had that positive test, and then I started reading a lot and watching a lot of videos, and the thought that something might not go perfectly fine is so crazy scary that I just can't make myself share the news with anyone until at least I have that first OB appointment and see the ultrasound and hear the heartbeat. Because the idea of potentially then having to tell people the not so good news after you already told them that you are expecting a baby is just, it's really scary. I don't ever want to be in a situation where I have to go through this. So I decided to wait until we have that ultrasound and we know that everything's going the way it should be going. I think one more thing that really freaked me out is when my OB when I was scheduling my first appointment with them, they called it the appointment to confirm pregnancy. And that really got in my head, because it's like, well, so it's not even confirmed that I'm pregnant yet. What about the 20 pregnancy tests that I took so far, But it's crazy, it's scary, it's something very personal, and as much as I want to be able to share, I also want to wait and make sure that I can share the good news, and that it is official. So yeah, I am in the middle of week 7 right now. We are at the size of a blueberry. Next week is my first OB appointment. I can't wait. I've known for about 3.5 weeks now, and there's a lot that I'm learning every day about pregnancy, about my body, about how things work. Even though this was a planned pregnancy, and I obviously, for the months coming up, I was reading a lot and watching a lot of videos, just trying to make sure that I'm ready for what's to come. But you only realize how much more it actually is when you're actually in the situation and are taking it seriously. The main focus of the past 3 weeks for me has become the navigating what I can and cannot eat and drink. Because before you get pregnant, or at least before I got pregnant, I knew the generic, right? Like I knew that I can't eat sushi, I can't eat raw or undercooked meat, I can't drink caffeine or a lot of caffeine, obviously no alcohol. But then there's just so much more. So I've realized that everything has to be pasteurized to be, not everything, but things need to be pasteurized and super clean and all to be considered pregnancy safe. So I was thinking that, oh great, and like in restaurants, a salad with chicken would be a good, like, healthy, safe option for me when I'm pregnant. And then I'm reading about restaurants not really washing their greens, the lettuce, as thoroughly. And I work in a restaurant and I am hesitant to eat the salads from our restaurant because I realize that they're not washed as thoroughly as I would wash them at home. So I can't do that. I was thinking that when I get pregnant and I can't drink alcohol, I would buy a juicer and drink a lot of like fresh squeezed juices because I love drinking juices, and that sounded like a great healthy option. And then I realized that if fresh squeezed juices, they're not pasteurized, so they're not safe for you. And then I started getting advertised all kinds of like non-alcoholic drinks, the like alcohol-free alternatives that are super popular right now, like the canned cocktails kind of stuff. And so I found this company that sounded really good. The flavors that they had was like lemon ginger and like blueberry lemon, or whatever the flavors are, that sounded really appealing to me. And those drinks have adaptogens, which is the like herbal substances that are supposed to be really good for your hormones, for your focus, for the stuff like that. So I was like, okay, well that will be a fun way to like make non-alcoholic cocktails and still be able to enjoy a drink and not feel like the only thing I can drink is water. And then I bought a pack and then Googled that adaptogens are not really considered safe for pregnancy, or that there's limited research, and whatever research there is, they don't recommend adaptogens for pregnant people. So I'm like, okay, well, I can't eat that either, or drink that. I'm still very confused with the whole juice versus smoothie situation, because they're saying that juices that are not pasteurized are not safe for you, but then smoothies they say that are great for pregnant. So I'm like, well, what's the difference? What if I make my juice at home and I wash my fruits and vegetables? Like, is that safe? Is that not? Like, there's just so much stuff like that you don't even realize. What else of the weird things that I realized is honey and agave syrup. They need to specifically say in the packaging that they're pasteurized for them to be safe. Some teas, like chamomile tea, is not considered pregnancy safe because of some kind of chemical, like element, whatever they have there. I feel like right now I am trying to follow all the rules to the T, and that's what is making it so difficult and overwhelming for me. There's a very good chance that later in the pregnancy I will loosen up on some things that I choose to follow or not, but for now I'm trying to be good, and it's a lot. Next thing that's really affecting my days now is morning sickness. And it's really not morning sickness, it's more like any time of day sickness. I definitely know that I can't just have my cup of coffee in the morning like I am used to for the past, I don't even know how many years. I wake up and I have to run to the fridge and eat something, and then drink some orange juice or any kind of like citrus yellow juice, and then hopefully I don't get too sick, and then I can drink my coffee. Also, at night I feel very nauseous sometimes. I haven't had a lot of vomiting yet, thank God, but it's just this very weird feeling like right here in my chest that I am like about to throw up, or that I just don't feel great. I'm calling it lazy nauseous because it seems that I only feel nauseous when I'm at home and I'm like I have time to really listen to myself and think about it, and then probably it gets in my head and I feel the symptoms a lot more, because so far thankfully at work I'm fine. When I'm busy working and I don't have the time to think about how I feel, I don't feel super nauseous, but in the morning, at night, it's like full on there. It's super annoying. I'm not used to feeling like that, so that's definitely a big adjustment for me. This symptom flows into the next symptom that I am having a hard time getting used to, is fatigue. Again, I feel like I am always very active, busy doing something. I can't even sit and watch a movie because it feels like waste of time. I'm always, if I'm at home, I'm always like on my laptop doing something, researching, doing whatever I do, or things around the house, anything. I don't just sit on the couch. But that's what I've been doing for the past probably like 2 weeks, is I just don't have the energy. So I come home from work and I will literally not even move on the couch for like hours if I can. I had a day off by myself a couple days ago, and I probably spent good 5 hours just on the couch scrolling on my phone. Could not make myself do anything else, and I'm not used to it, so it just feels like I'm being super lazy. So then I have that guilt that I'm not being productive, and that's obviously not helping with my mood. And then I start thinking about all that, and then I start feeling nauseous and all that. It just spirals. I also feel like I lost appetite, and that's something that is bothering me, because I feel like I'm not consuming enough vitamins and nutrients that I need to for my baby's development, but I just cannot make myself eat like balanced meals. Nothing sounds appetizing, nothing sounds good. I eat things because I know that I need to eat, but I also know that I've been eating a lot less than I used to, and I'm not eating the balanced meals like I would like to. I lost maybe like 5 pounds for the past 2 weeks, which is not really a big deal, but it is for me because I was actually not really able to lose weight before pregnancy, and now in 2 weeks, just 5 pounds that were very stubborn, like in the months, if not a year, coming up to this, and now they're gone. But then that's not really a good thing, because I know that I haven't been eating. I'm just waiting for the symptoms to go away and for the nausea to go away. I can't wait for the next week because it's my first OB appointment where we'll get to see the ultrasound and see our baby, her little blueberry, and hear the heartbeat, and also talk to the doctor about the eating and the nutrients. I also want to definitely ask her about the anti-nausea and anti-sickness medication or anything that I can do to help myself feel better. In 2 weeks, I have a huge across the planet travel to see my family, so I need to make sure I have the backup plan to help myself feel better if the symptoms get worse. So I can't wait for that appointment. That will hopefully give me the peace of mind that I need, and I can't wait to share the news with some of my friends and with the family. There's one more thing that I wrote down when I was thinking about this video. That's something that I want to talk about is pregnancy diary. I just got a random notebook that I had, and I write little entries there, like whenever I feel like it. It's not an everyday thing. It's not a dear diary kind of thing. I just open it once every few days whenever I feel like I have something to write down, and I write things down just because I want to remember. Sometimes I write down just my symptoms and physically what's happening, and sometimes I write down my feelings and emotions with this whole pregnancy thing. There's no structure, there's no plan, there's no pressure, but I think I will be very happy later that I started this diary and that I'm doing it, because week 7, I already hardly remember exactly when I found out I was pregnant, and it was only 3 weeks ago. But then I can open the diary and I know the exact date of when it happened, and then the whole day kind of, comes back and I remember the whole thing. So if you're not doing that, and if you're in your very early stages of pregnancy, highly recommend start a diary, some kind of notes. Don't make it anything structured, don't have any rules, because you're not gonna stick with it if that's not something that you feel like doing. That's it for the weeks 1 through 7 of my pregnancy. Like I said, I don't know if this video will ever be posted on YouTube. Hopefully I'll have the balls, because it does make me feel better. It does make me feel like I'm talking to someone, that I'm sharing this with someone, and that's what I've been wanting to do while I'm still waiting on the official confirmation. Man, do I feel so much better now in my second trimester. It's insane. I did forget how not fun it was in the beginning of pregnancy for me. It's so much better now. I'm so much happier. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. Please like this video, subscribe, comment, all the things that'll mean the world to me, and I will see you soon. Bye.